Hello, and thank you all for joining me for another reading from my book, The Life God Meant for Me. Of course, this book is available on Amazon Prime. You can get it at Barnes and Noble, Target, I believe, Walmart, and also Arthur House Books, where the book was published. So today's reading is going to be from chapter 3, Liar, Liar, Pants on Fire. And I'm going to read a little bit to you. Sarah watched as Antonio made his way to the end of the bar where a very attractive woman was standing, sipping a drink that looked like a Long Island iced tea. Antonio walked up behind her, leaned forward, and whispered something in her ear. The woman turned around very quickly and almost spilled her drink. She looked up at Antonio and smiled at him. He was flashing $1 million smile while talking to her, and she appeared to be hanging on his every word. The woman had the same characteristics as the other women Sarah had watched Antonio sweep off their feet. She was about 5'6". She had big breasts, small waist, shoulder length, flat ironed hair. Of course, she also had very long, curvy legs and a fair complexion. Sarah watched as Antonio and the woman made their way to the dance floor. Afterward, they went to the bar and he bought her another drink. They talked a while longer and then danced some more. She knew it was only a matter of time before they would be heading toward the door en route to Antonio's condo. Sarah reached into her purse for her ink pen camera. She was about to take another picture of Antonio and the woman to give to Genevieve when a short, heavyset brother asked her to dance. She politely shook her head no. He scurried away, looking a little disappointed, but then he quickly recovered and asked another woman at the next table to dance. She was happy to oblige him and snatched his arm very quickly, almost catapulting him onto the dance floor. Sarah laughed at the woman's anxiousness because she had been jumping up and down in her seat, just waiting for someone to ask her to dance. Sarah had to admit that the music sounded good. The DJ had switched from playing jazz to R&B tunes. She positioned herself so she could get a good picture of Antonio embracing the woman's behind on the dance floor. She took a picture very quickly, and as usual, she was undetected. Antonio and the woman left the club after he bought her yet another drink. Sarah followed them and could tell that the woman was a bit tipsy because she was leaning on Antonio as they walked toward the door. Okay, so that's it. Remember, The Life God Meant for Me. You can pick it up at Amazon Prime, Walmart, Target, Barnes and Noble, and I think those are, and Author House Books. Thank you so much for joining me for reading. I will try to come back and do another reading, maybe next week or maybe the week after, who knows. Well, you guys have a pleasant evening, and until we meet each other again, stay safe, love your family, and love your neighbors. Bye-bye.